Hello, everybody. What? So many emotes. What's happening? Hello, Gamer Beam. Hello, Raga. Hello, Paraglider. Hi. How are you guys? It's been a while. It's been a whole week. More than a week, I think. Hello. You're vibing. Very good. I'm so glad that y'all continue to enjoy the music. You love it? I know. Thank you. Hallucigena, hello! You're trying to remember why you followed this channel? You mean not for this guy? You sure it wasn't for this guy? What was it? I mean, I was playing I was playing Tomba 2. I've been playing Super Mario RPG Remake. Been doing some art. Can we add this dino to the sticker sheet? Yeah, we have an ongoing sticker sheet. Okay, I shall preserve the dino. Good call. What else have I been playing? I played Outer Wilds a little while back. I think a lot of people followed me from there. I'm sorry you can't remember, but I hope maybe this can be a fresh start. And maybe you'll enjoy this stream. You can see. Welcome back, I guess. Ever played Cave Story? Oh yeah, I was playing Cave Story. Yes. I played Cave Story a couple of weeks ago. Yes, I did finish the yeah, it was probably Cave Story then. I've not yet played Omori, though I really want to play Omori, even though I don't know if I want to play it on stream because I hear it's a little depressing. And I'm not sure I want to be depressing on stream. Or be depressed, I should say. But yeah, I was playing Cave Story. That was a very enjoyable experience. There were dinosaurs in there too. Hello, Matt. Something about said, yeah! So I thought this stream could be kind of just like a doodling and chatting stream because I learned a lot of I learned a lot of nature facts. I went to a museum on my after my work trip was over. And then I learned a lot of nature facts. Continue as you were. Oh yeah, no problem. Hello. Warwood. Wow, this dino is bringing everybody into the stream. So I learned a lot of science facts. And I saw a lot of cool, like, I don't know, like cultural artifacts and stuff that I thought would be fun to doodle and like talk about. Because I think they're very interesting, you know, kind of revisiting the history of humanity's art by reinterpreting it in a doodle. Is this Sue for the Field Museum? Yeah. Sue is the resident T-Rex fossil in the Field Museum. I took a selfie with it. I think I posted it on Instagram. Forever regretful that I learned the humanities instead of the natural sciences. Oh no! Yeah, I don't know much about the natural sciences, but I sure do love going to natural science museums, natural history museums. Yeah, if any of you ever get the chance to visit Chicago, man, the Field Museum is so freaking cool. It's huge. I spent 5 hours in there. I was dying at the end. My body was dying, but my mind was enriched. It was really great. But we can doodle as we talk. Let me get my reference pictures ready. Yeah, Chicago was so cool. I had never been there before. It was my first time going to Chicago. I didn't really know anything about Chicago. And it's a beautiful city. There's like a lot of cool architecture history. And like the art museum is cool too. I also went to the art museum, though I was kind of like running out of time because I only had one day there. Who needs bodies anyway when you have a brain? Who needs a body anyway? They occasionally do free days for Illinois residents, and I would love to go in the summer. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they asked me like, you know how like you go to museums? I forgot that museums do this because it's been a little while. They ask you for like your zip code because I guess they want to kind of keep track of where people are coming in from. Let's start with my first reference image. Can you see this guy? Can you see this little creature? Oop. Look at this creature. He's very cute. Look at him. Look at this. It's a little seal. I did not see the bean. I kind of ran out of time to go see the bean. I tried to prioritize. I was trying to see the museums first, and then it was like dark, and then I was like, I don't want to walk around by myself at nighttime because you know that generally doesn't seem. I know the bean is iconic. It was. Oh wait, let me finish what I was saying about the zip code. And so they asked me for the zip code, and I like couldn't remember my zip code, which is like, why can't I remember my zip code? I felt very inadequate in this moment. They're like, "What's your zip code?" And I was like, and then they're like, "It's okay. Why don't you start with your whole address?" This is my reinterpretation of this seal. And then I was like, is this like suspicious that I don't know my own zip code? But I kind of wonder if this happens to people a lot. Anyway, here's our bean. I didn't go see the bean, but we have this different bean. I feel like I want to draw like a cuter version of this. Is this gonna be a Chicago sticker sheet? Because I will give you all my money. Oh, I wasn't planning on making it a sticker sheet, but that's a good idea. Maybe I should. This is a seal, a sea lion, like bowl, I think, from Peru, from like 8100. I forget my own postcode. I have to check it all the time. Yeah, like it's kind of muscle memory when I'm like typing it in, but when somebody asks me to say it out loud, I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, it's okay. They were like encouraging me. Like the ticket lady was like, oh, it's okay. Just take your time. And I was like, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid that I can't remember my zip code. I want to try to like, can I make it more like cute? Like anime style cute. Oh my god. Okay. It's a slightly rounded interpretation. It looks so dumb. But yeah, I didn't want to see the. I wanted to see the bean, and the bean was actually closed for a little while, except right before I got there to my work trip, it was apparently closed. So apparently it was like really crowded because they had just like reopened it or something. I also regularly forget the name of the month or the cardinal directions. I should probably see a doctor. I don't think I've ever forgotten the name of months, but yeah, I've definitely forgotten the names of the cardinal directions. I mix those up quite a bit. Yeah, but I just thought, can you imagine? I always think of this when I go to museums. Like, can you imagine somebody making this and then they're just like, perfect. Yes, absolutely. A round little chonker. Perfect. I would like to put this guy in my home. Like somebody made this with that thought, right? They're like, this is our perfect little chonker. And then like hundreds of years later, we are witnessing this thing that somebody made and enjoying it in the future. And I find that so amazing. I find that so amazing. Yeah, I saw a lot of sea lion things. They've got little like flat heads. They got little flat heads, or like round heads, I guess. Is this what a sea lion looks like? I don't know. Do they have ears? I think they have tiny ears. Or maybe that's seals. I don't remember. There's a difference. Look at this little guy. Very inspiring. But I like the fact that he's on his side. Anyway. Okay, let's move on to our next subject. But yeah, the Field Museum was so cool. I recommend it. They've got different areas depending on what you're interested in. Here's our next subject. This very concerned taxidermied jaguar. I enjoyed this guy's face. But yeah, the Field Museum is really cool because it's well, I don't know if this is cool. Hopefully most of the things were obtained in humane ways. I would like to hope so. But yeah, it's basically they have like a huge collection of taxidermied like animals. Like literally like every animal you can think of. Can you imagine if people are looking at the stuff you made thousands of years from now? I sometimes wonder about that because like my anime drawings are once computers stop existing, no one's gonna be able to see the anime drawings. You know what I mean? Like, will they? Will they? I know like preservation is like a big problem. Like digital preservation is like a thing people are really worried about. But like, I don't know what we're gonna do about it as like humanity. You know? Like no one's gonna dig up my anime drawing and be like, aha. I don't know, maybe like thousands of years from now people will be like, people will be able to like reverse engineer, I don't know, sort of like DNA testing, like be able to reverse engineer the data or something. I'm sure there will, but the big thing is that there's just so much out there. Yeah, that's also true. Fat chance as if your drawings would stand out amidst the millions of equally mediocre ones. That's so true. I mean, look at this. This is just like, what is this? People would see this and be like, does this have a historical significance? Probably not. I like the little whiskers that come out of the head. This kind of reminds me of my cat, but he doesn't usually make this face. Like, why did they make the jaguar look like this, you think? No offense, but even the great illustrators are a dime a dozen these days. Oh yeah, I totally know what you mean. Like the thing with digital content is that there's so much of it, you know? I mean, I guess the advantage to that is because there's so much of it, they'll be able to... Some of it will survive, I guess. So just by like... Just by like sheer numbers. I'm trying to like chibify this cat, but I don't know how to draw a cat face. The dino drawing for early will be forever remembered by history. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to make this more chibi cute. I don't think it's working though. Is it? Look at his face. What was he concerned about? What did the taxidermist think when they were putting this together? Maybe it's like a science experiment, just statistically more art is being made, so there's a higher chance of something truly remarkable emerging. Yeah, I think that's right. Like, with the variety of humankind, the kinds of humans there are, and the kinds of things that humans make, just by sheer numbers, like something will come out of it, right? This looks so dumb. I don't know how to draw cat bodies. Okay. He got caught sneezing. I don't know what he's up to. Yeah, maybe that's what the taxidermist envisioned. You guys know how taxidermy works? I learned a little bit about it looking at the looking at the museum. Apparently, the traditional way is that you just like take like the skin off, and then you like fill it with straw. So they actually had a cross section of a bird. Like here's the bird, or how do I draw a bird? Here's the bird, right? It's just like this round thing, right? And then they take the skin and they like stuff this like straw ball inside, and then they close it up, and then they put like the legs back on, and then that's like the bird. That's the taxidermied bird. But apparently with the straw bundles, it's kind of like hard to make the right shape, so you kind of just get these like blobby creatures, because you can't really control how the skin kind of sits on the form. So nowadays they apparently sculpt the animals with wire. So underneath the skin there's like these like wire, like armatures, and then like the taxidermist like sculpts all the muscles, like where all the muscles would be, with the wire, so that when the skin sits on top of it, it like drapes over it in the way that it would drape over a muscle, and then it like kind of looks correct. And that just seems hard. That seems very, very hard. Like me a good blobby creature though. Yeah, I suspect that the blob technique works well for birds, but maybe less well for, say, like, I don't know, a hyena or a deer. I feel like there's a question of archival. It's really easy to archive a lot of data these days, so it'll be Herculean task of searching and sorting, Library of Babel style. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It's like making the data is like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of technology focuses on like, this is how you make a bunch of stuff. But then there's this bigger question of like, how do we deal with all the stuff that we make as human beings? like keeping it, yes. And then also, just like you said, like figuring out what we actually have. I wish I could learn a little bit more about how these museums work for that kind of thing, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that they don't have on display that they kind of just have for research. They did show a little bit about this in like the bird section, where like they have these like little birds that I forget what they call them. There's like a particular way to like shape the birds so that they're like easy to store. So this is like a bird on its back, right? It's like dead. And then like the little legs are underneath, and they like tie up the little legs like this, and then they have a little tag like this with some like information on it, and then you just kind of like stick them in drawers. So they are just action figures inside. Yeah, basically they're like figurines, but with the real skin, I guess. I'm not sure how they preserve the skin and the fur and stuff. There must be some kind of chemical thing. But yeah, they stack all the birds like this. Like with their little legs. Kind of like I don't know, like when you buy chicken at the grocery store. Actually, I've never bought a whole chicken at the grocery store. Maybe this is not what they look like. Okay, who started the stereotype that taxidermy is a dark, creepy hobby? I don't know. I guess in general, people kind of associate death with darkness. I'm not sure. I do also kind of think that there was, the history of taxidermy, like not all taxidermied creatures, I think, were gained, in a humane way. Here's our next subject, by the way. Speaking of birds, here we go. Hello. But I would like to know that, like the history. I know nowadays it's very frowned upon to, kill animals just for the purpose of taxidermying them. I think there's very much an emphasis on like finding naturally dead animals if you want to do it. I think part of it is also that the older taxidermy didn't exactly look great for the reasons you were saying. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. I was really hoping that I would see some weird taxidermy at the Fields Museum, but there were no There were no weird taxidermy, but I've definitely heard stories of just like back in the day, people didn't really know like what animals looked like, so you killed them and then you're like, well frick, like what did it look like when it was alive? Because when the animal dies, they kind of, you know, it doesn't hold its shape very well because, you know, it's dead. And so people would just kind of have to guess. And so not knowing exactly what it looked like, plus the technique of it wasn't very good. I kind of ended up like, you know, not very cool looking. I wish I could. This bird looks so majestic, and I do not know how to capture the majesty of this bird. Its head is like all the way down back to its tail. Like this? Like this? This reminds me of that One Piece character. What's her name? Boa? The snake lady? Queen lady? Oh, it's on its tippy toes. I just noticed that. Do you see that? You see that? It's like the front toes are like on the ground, and the last toe, the back toe is like lifted into the air. For some people, it's for vanity, like a trophy. For others, it's an art. It's educational. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, the museum is so old. I think it's been around since like the mid 1800s, maybe, or early 1900s. So I'm sure they've had their share of like not kosher, not like humane history. Like, I'm sure some of their things came from people who were not treating it well, treating the hobby respectfully. But I could also see good taxidermy giving people a sort of like bad CG. Uncanny Valley. Yeah. So it creeps some people out. Yes, absolutely. I think there's some of it. Weirdly, a lot of the taxidermy is very, it looks very lifelike. Yeah, but yeah, I think if you don't quite get it right, it looks very uncanny. Hello, Power. It's a little macabre, working with dead bodies, even if it is of things that already died, but so is medical in a way. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a place where people kind of are afraid. It does, I think when you work with animals, like other creatures, even though it's not even human, it still kind of reminds you a little bit of your own mortality. I feel like that's one reason why I'm scared to like squish bugs. Cause like, not because I think the bug will hurt me, but I feel like a weird empathy for the bug. Like, I would not want to be squished. That seems like a really painful way to die. I don't like that. So it makes me afraid. Similar connotations to being a mortician or coroner. Yeah. Do you think this pigeon actually acts like this in real life? I guess this is like a fancy like show pigeon. The case that this was in like a big showcase of like all sorts of different pigeons. I wonder if this is what it actually does. I love that it's on its tippy toes. I didn't notice that when I first took a picture of it. But yeah, I would love to learn more about taxidermy though. Like, there's probably a book about it. Here's our next subject. Where's the... Not that cheetah. This cheetah. Oh, and there's a little baby cheetah in the corner. So cute. This one looks a lot like my cat. Oops. This one looks a lot like my cat. My cat makes this face a lot. I think a lot of it is being so close to death feels off to a lot of people who don't deal in living bodies a lot, for sure. For sure. Gotta get back to work and stuff. Gonna lurk and keep listening in. Okay, sounds good, Matt. Good luck with the things that you're working on. Their head is so small. Look at how small their heads are. You bet the bird does do that? Birds do all sorts of goofy things with their neck. You're right. You're so right. You're so right. I need to zoom in on this picture in my reference. I have a picture I have the picture on stream, but I also have it in front of me so I can zoom in and look at it. Why is the cheetah so small? They're like this. They're like so long. They're so long. They're so long. Less creepy to people who've studied anatomy. Yeah, I think you kind of just have to get used to the idea of, like, if you're used to the idea of what your body is, like, physically, then maybe it's less scary. And you have the folks who seal things in formalin. Is that like when you have like a test tube, or not a test tube? There's like, it's because I don't know. Sometimes you put in like an organ or something, and it's like in like a bottle of alcohol or whatever. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what formalin is. This crop looks so funny. The body looks infinitely long. Like, wait, I gotta draw the. Wait, let me draw the head a little bit bigger. See, I like this cat's expression because it's sort of like it looks a little concerned, like, and it has a big nose. Its ears like one ear is like turned, and the other ear is like, and then just get infinitely long, connected with this other drawing. Infinitely long body. This. It looks so stupid. I like it. A heart is a what? Maybe using the wrong word. I don't know. It is totally. I mean, I think the more likely explanation is I just don't know what the word is. You're probably right. A lot of things that are considered dark, creepy hobbies are only considered that because rich people will never have to touch those, so they are unclean and therefore should be scorned. Oh, interesting. And then inevitably the unclean thing becomes like fashionable because it's like novel after some time, and then all the rich people are like, ooh, I did a taxidermy once, and then it becomes like a fashionable hobby. Like, I feel like that's happened in history quite a bit. Isn't that what happened with lobster? Like, lobster used to be like a poor person food, and then now it's like a fancy like rich person food. I don't know. I think that happened with lobster. It's a cycle, yeah. I also really like, actually I should draw the other cheetah, because it's also got kind of a funny crop. Look at it. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this cheetah. It's cute. Like, can't find it. That's okay. I don't know how to draw cats. This is kind of my practice. It's like a side eye cheetah. It's so smug. Yeah! It's like, huh? Huh? It kind of, this is like the shoulder blades. It kind of looks like my cat, like this. A big, long body. Big, long body. Looks as if the thing is suspended in blue glass. Huh. Formalin. Formaldehyde. Huh. Okay. I might have to look up like a reference picture. Look at this cheetah. Look at it. Also, I like the little baby in the corner. It's like like this. Look at us, so small. He looks so small. It gets scorned. Eventually, so few people know how to do it. Becomes a skill, and niche skills are peak rich people fodder. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then it's like, oh yeah, now that the thing is, the skill and knowledge is almost extinct, now you want to support it. Okay. Okay. It makes sense. Cheetah. Do you like my anime cheetahs? I don't know why I feel extremely unhinged today. I think because I'm tired from traveling. I hope this energy is like okay. I hope people are enjoying this energy. This is what I've got today. I like this kitten. It's so dumb. Okay, what else we got? Oh, by the way, next to the cheetah, I didn't take a picture of it, or rather, I didn't add it to my folder of pictures that I was gonna draw. But near the cheetah exhibit, there was a taxidermy diorama of a couple of lions, and they were called the Lions of Tsavo. Have you guys heard of the Lions of Tsavo? There were two man-eating lions that like terrorized a village in Africa for like, I don't know, I don't know for how long, but the two lions between them ate like 25 people, like a lot of people. And I guess they're kind of famous because they have a little icon on the museum map. I had never heard of them, but I guess they're like a thing that people come to see. The thing that terrifies me about art is that there's more of it than I'll ever have time to experience. Yo, I know that feeling. I feel that way about video games. Like I love experiencing video games, and I'm like kind of terrified of the idea that I will die without checking out all the really cool video games, which sounds kind of I don't know, maybe that sounds kind of trivial, but I don't know. I want to like live my life experiencing all the cool things people make. I don't know. I totally know what you're saying. I suspect some of them are some salesman talked to some rich guy's kid and convinced them to try it for a price, and dad said sure if it'll stop you from bothering me, and then they talked about it to their friends and it's suddenly a trend. Yeah. Like the TikTok effect before TikTok. I will never try all video games, but there's a lot of games I could live forever and be happier never experiencing. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think there's a lot of, you know, not all, there's a lot of, I mean, I don't want to say bad stuff. I guess stuff that it doesn't really click with me. But yeah, the important thing is to prioritize. But yeah, there are these lions, and I guess it's unknown why the lions started killing people, but apparently it started very soon after a drought happened, so I think food was very low, like just animals had died, so the lions couldn't find any food. And then one of the lions was just like when they killed it, they examined the skull and they found that like the lion had like a broken tooth, and so they were suspecting that like the lion was it couldn't like hunt animals that were stronger than people, basically. Like if it could struggle, it wouldn't be able to like latch on, and so then the humans became like the easiest thing for it to eat. But then there was like so that was one of the lions, right? Like also they didn't have manes, which is interesting. Apparently that's just like it was really hot there. This is, you know, so one of the lions had a broken tooth, right? And it was like, I'm gonna eat all the people. And then there was another lion that apparently had nothing wrong with it. It was just like, I'm gonna tag along. And they just like ate a bunch of people. So I understand the first lion, like, oh, he can't hunt for food normally, but this lion's just like, oh, cool, I'm perfectly healthy, but I'm just gonna like hang out and do what you do. So that was interesting. And then there was a different lion in a different part of the museum that terrorized a different village. This one was Savo, and then the other one was Mufue or something like that. Mufue, I think. And this lion was just like, this lion also didn't eat as many people, but apparently it did something really terrifying, which is it like ate somebody and then he like took his backpack and was just like carrying around the backpack in the village after he ate the guy. And so all the villagers were like, and then, but apparently the villagers couldn't hunt the lions because there was some law about like, you can't shoot lions. But then somebody else who didn't live there just like did it, I guess. And I don't know if they got in trouble, but anyway, somebody ended up killing it. And I guess it's like in the museum for some reason. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. The concern is that we'll never experience all the games that are at least interesting. Yes. I've seen enough bad games that I kind of feel bad for the people who go into a beat all the games on this console challenge, expecting it to be mostly good and not mostly bad. Yeah, I think there are some games that are so bad that they're good. I think you can find entertainment in some bad games, but some bad games are just bad. Yeah, and life is too short too. I think we should better normalize quitting things that are not. Like, I have this problem where I'll start something because I was told it was good or I expected it to be good. And I feel like I need to finish it just because I started it. Because, like, otherwise, I don't know, I'm, like, not allowed to have an opinion on it. But recently I've tried to just, like, quit if things are not interesting. Because, like, that time could be used for other stuff. Okay, this is something that I don't... Here's our first science fact of the stream. I'm not gonna draw this, but I wanted to show it because it's really wild. Here's my, I gotta make it bigger again. Okay, here's a diagram that I saw of like, this is how different animals are born, right? So like, here's us. These are humans, right? So there's different kinds of being born. There's like marsupials, there's placentals, there's monotremes, which means you're born from an egg. And so this diagram, this is at the museum. This says, look, a placental. Placental babies are born, they have fully formed body parts. Their development is just about complete. So this is like most mammals, right? We're born live. And it says newborn placental with a spoon. And then it goes to marsupials and it says, at birth, the front limbs and mouth are well formed. Newborns are just strong enough to crawl into their mother's nipples and drink milk. And, you know, that's like kangaroos, like koalas. And then it says newborn marsupials in spoon. Why did the artist put it in the spoon? And then they do the same thing with the monotreme. These are egg-laying mammals. So this is like echidnas and platypuses, I think. So yeah, they are born as eggs and then they hatch from the egg. And then they put the monotreme egg in a spoon as well. But why? Why did they put them in a spoon? Why did they put them in a spoon? I don't know. Why did they have to? This is like such an uncomfortable picture. But this is one of the, I don't know, this is one of the diagrams that was in the museum. I thought it was really funny. Anyway, it was the artist lunch. I guess, like if you were the artist for this, you are like, you are giggling to yourself while drawing this, right? No? Maybe that's how the scientists eat them. They're comparing to the size of the human baby. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah, as from what I understand, the marsupial babies are very, very tiny. So yeah, maybe this is a size. They didn't have to use a spoon though. They could have used like, I don't know, a quarter or like something that does not invoke the image of eating the babies. They eat them like cereal. Yeah. Yeah, there's a spoon here too. I wish they had used a different object though. They could have used a different object. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, there was a different, I don't think I have the picture ready, but there was a different, let me put this away. There's a different diagram that I also thought was very funny. That was about like sexual reproduction versus asexual reproduction, right? So like they're like, it was a little like kid friendly diagram of like, oh, like, you know, here's like a cell, and then when it asexually reproduces, it, you know, turns into like, you know, two different things, right? And then it was like, and then the other way of doing it is like sexual reproduction, right? There's like, you know, these two things, right? And then, you know, they like make babies, right? Of like, you know, based on the genetics. But like the way the diagram looked, like the way the artist drew it was like this. It was like the two creatures were like, you know, like this. And I was like, oh. Like they didn't have to make the faces that way, but they like they like made them eyeing each other, and it was really, I don't know. Like, so another, I don't know. That was just like, whoever drew this, the artist who drew this was like definitely having fun. And I can't imagine that's SpongeBob and Patrick. No, I refuse. This is not what I, no, this is not, this is not what I wanted. No, okay, no, I've never even watched SpongeBob. No, I hate that you said that, no. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I want to talk to the artist that made that diagram. I think they would be a fun person to talk to. Oh no. Oh no. That's what else we got in my little image collection? Oh my goodness. We got some more awkward looking cats. I did also post this on Instagram. No SpongeBob and Patrick. No, it's not. I don't want it to be like that. Here we go. What are we drawing? The exhibits just for fun? Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know. I didn't have anything prepared in terms of drawing, so I'm kind of just doodling and talking about like various science facts I learned and drawing things. So hopefully it's just gonna be like a chill, casual thing where I just kind of talk about my trip. I finished a big drawing last week? No, 2 weeks ago. So this is kind of a little bit of a break time in between starting drawings again. Yeah. So yeah, not really any sort of like central thing. Just kind of doodling, making a little doodle sheet of our of my trip. A stopgap between Bowser Nativity and future thing. Yes, exactly. I have not decided what I want to stream on the art stream slot in the future. But I did want to share, I don't know, I thought y'all would get a kick out of like the things that I saw. Just because I feel like this isn't, because it's taxidermy, I don't know, like a human being made a conscious decision to like pose this guy this way. Like, doesn't this look like that one cat meme? Like the knife one, I think. Is it the cat meme? My cat looks like this sometime. You know, like the cat meme where it's like, and then, you know, there's like a knife like that. I actually don't know what the cat meme looks like. And there's like a knife. Somebody's holding up a knife to the cat, and it's like this. Was this what the meme looks like? I don't know. Looks like a Scottish fold. I think that's a breed. Oh, the tiger? Working a little bit on my animal drawing skills, I think, as well. This is more like a practice stream, I think. I don't know how to draw animals. Let's see. Draw the head like this. Nose, mouth. Mouth. Eyes are like kind of like looking upwards like this. It looks a little bit like a Renaissance portrait of Jesus, I guess, when it does the eyes looking up. I can't draw the tiger. Oh my god. Where is my... It would just waffle? I don't have any science facts. Oh yeah, that's fine. We can talk about whatever. We can talk about whatever. I'm just doodling whatever. I wish I could... I really want to capture this expression that the tiger has, and I don't know how to do it. This is like expression practice. Yeah, but please feel free to talk about whatever. Anybody playing the Final Fantasy 14 new expansion? I just started yesterday. It's pretty... I mean, speaking of cats, I like the new Hrothgar character. Here's something depressing to me personally. Amazing illustrator, terrible writer. Oh, just as like... Do you feel like that's like a depressing existence? Because I think I feel that. I've wanted to make a comic story for all of my life. And I've never been able to do it because I don't know how to write stories. Can't find a worse combo. It's so infuriating. Do I sense that this is your personal struggle? Because I relate that too, but seeing it in the wild also sucks. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because you're like, oh man, the story could have been so good, but it's not. I don't know how to draw this cat's eyes. Like this? Maybe like this? I don't know, how... What is this expression? This? I don't know. Like, the drawings are so memorable, you keep thinking about them, and then they remind you of the bad writing. Oh no! Yeah. I felt that way about Final Fantasy 16. Like, I thought the art and the music were so good. Is it looking forward? Is it looking forward? I can't tell. Is it looking forward? This? This? Be like up and forward, kind of? I don't know. Like if I were to do like a human expression, how would I translate this human expression? But yeah, I felt that way about Final Fantasy 16. I hated the writing in Final Fantasy 16. Though I think I'm particularly picky about this kind of stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of characters where I was like, why are you in the game? Why are you in the game? You're just there to be a love interest. Why? Why can't you be cooler? Oh, hey, Doc. Hey, Alexander Dean. I'm doodling some weird taxidermy I saw at the museum. I was looking at the stream with too low of a resolution. It is looking to the side. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the game itself was beautiful. Like, really good UI, really good design, beautiful graphics, beautiful music. Actually, a lot of the side quests were really interesting. But, yeah, but the story overall, I was, like, really disappointed by it, and that made me so sad. So it's like, I want to enjoy the cool theme song by, what's his name? Kenshi Yunezu? He made a cool theme song for the game and everything. But it's like, I feel nothing. I feel nothing. Tiger doing the, yeah, he's doing the thing. He's doing the, like, the side eyes. I'm trying to capture this tiger's face. I don't know how to draw animals. If I draw with a bigger brush, sometimes that helps. Like this? Oh yeah, this is, I think, the expression I wanted to capture. For me, the torture is a French comic, Loba Loca. The main character has such a badass design. She's just so unlikable, not even in an interesting way, just sucks so bad. Aww. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, that sort of thing is common. Stories are hard. Stories are hard to write. Let's move on to our next subject. What else we got? Oops, this is very zoomed in. Hold on. Oh, by the way, I wrote down a science fact. I have in my notes a science fact. Do you guys know what pigeon milk is? Have you heard of pigeon milk? You may have encountered pigeon milk in Animal Crossing. When you go to Brewster's Cafe and then Brewster is like, would you like some pigeon milk in your coffee? And then you're like, excuse me? What does that mean? And it's a secretion. Pigeons apparently make a secretion that they give to their young, and it's called pigeon milk. I do not know what it's made of. The Eastern European candy? There's a candy called pigeon milk? That scares me. Wait, what? You can't say never mind. Wait, what? What? I don't know. It's a cool horse. Did I write down what this is? I didn't write it. I didn't write any notes for this one. But yeah, I do enjoy taking pictures of like animal statues that people draw. Like I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see how civilizations over time have like viewed animals. And I think they're very good inspiration for, say, like fantasy monster design, I think. Pigeon milk, though. Bird milk? Bird milk? Alexander Dean, you've never had pigeon milk before? Well, virtually? You coward. I'm just kidding. I like this thick little horsey. Chibi horse. So cute. It's got a little, like, swirly. I can't remember if I've tried Brewster's pigeon milk. But yeah, they mentioned it at the museum, and I was like, whoa. Animal Crossing knowledge exists out of Animal Crossing. Pistasi Melkzo, if you want to Google it. Yeah, it's like a dog. I think it's very cute. I would like this as a pet. It's got like these little manes. Said Animal Crossing? No. No. I was mentioning Animal Crossing because they mentioned I was in the bird section of the museum and they mentioned pigeon milk. No. It's not an actual Animal Crossing. I'm sorry to startle you. There's no Animal Crossing exhibit. That would be very cool. No, they mentioned pigeon milk, and I finally learned what pigeon milk is. And it's like a real thing and not just like a weird sick joke that Nintendo put into Animal Crossing. It's like a real thing. I was surprised to learn that. So they did have oh, are there it's got like a little ear. Oh my god, I love this creature. They did have a big event that was going on. When I was there, so they were like setting up. I do not know what the event was for, but I am very curious to know who is rich enough to rent out the entire museum. Because somebody rented out the entire museum and they were setting up like a big reception with like bars and stuff. Oh my god, look at this creature. I want to take him home. What should we name him? He probably has a name. I wish I had taken a picture of the little informational thing. That's a good boy. How does one milk a pigeon? I do not know. They apparently secrete it to give to their young when they're born. Are bats mammals? They are, right? We can have bat milk? No! No! They're so small! You know, they're so, like... well, a lot of bats are like here's like my hand, right? This is my hand. They had taxidermy bats too. There's the bats are like this big. They're so small. They're like flying mice, which makes them very cute to look at. But I think if you were in like a cave and a bunch of flying tiny things started flying at you, it might be a little scary. That's a good boy or girl. Yeah. Oh my god, I love. Is the anime eye better, or is this like hollow like soulless eye better? Oh my gosh, I love this creature. It's got 2 hooves. Oh no, it doesn't have a split hoof. It has regular hoof. I like this creature. You have such pointy fingers. Better to draw with. I don't use a stylus, I just use my pointy fingers on my computer. You know, pigeons are mammals and the pigeon giving it to you is male. Oh no! Yeah, that's the scary part. I guess can all pigeons make it, or is it just the mom or dad pigeons? I guess birds, both genders feed their young. This is unrelated, but what's going on with your eyebrows? They cover into your glasses sometimes. Oh yes, this is my signature. Oh, I can't like make it happen. I don't know how to force it to happen. But I don't know how to oh, there we go. I don't know how to rig my person such that my eyebrows stay on like the top half of my head. So sometimes they just do this. I don't know what causes it. Can you keep the bat and hand on the sticker sheet, please? Okay. Noted. Look, it's so cute. They're so cute. I wanna draw. Oops. Need like a. Can I draw like Can I draw it from the side? This? Like a little dragon thing. Doing a little, like a play pose, like a doggy play pose, like this. Yeah, cutie! What a cutie horse thing! I don't know. It's so cute. Yeah. Look at you. I'm not very good at drawing animals, but for some reason, I drew a lot of horses when I was a young JoJo. So I'm like pretty good at drawing horses for no reason. The sea lion. Like, okay. We have visited our friend here. But yeah, I learned about pigeon milk. What else did I learn about? I wrote down notes. Random facts. Here's a random fact. You know how woodpeckers do not injure their head? The way that woodpeckers don't injure their head is that they have their tongue wraps around their whole skull. So it like cushions their head. Oh, here's a dog this is a real dog. I met this real dog. It's in a backpack. The power of Hirohiko Arakin courses through you. Oops. There we go. This is this real dog that I met. Okay. This reminds me of a time in college we went to the field museum for a field trip and had to doodle stuff we found for an art class. Wait, that sounds so fun! That sounds really fun. But yeah, they had a whole exhibit that was kind of hidden out of the way. That was about like biomechanics in nature. So like they had like a little exhibit that was like, this is a woodpecker skull, you know? Like I can't draw the woodpecker skull, but like the tongue, like here's the tongue, right? Like they use the tongue to get like the ants. But then the tongue, I guess, like wraps around the whole skull like this, and it kind of like cushions it from behind. So that when they're like, when they're, hitting the wood with their head, it like cushions the impact. So that's how woodpecker tongues work. Oh, and also in that same section, they had, have you heard of trap jaw ants? Okay, so there's these ants, right? Okay, head, thorax, abdomen, thorax. Okay, right? Like, they have these like big little thingies, big trap jaw ants. And what they do is that they like snap them really fast together, and it like propels them into the air. They like jump really high. And it's really funny because the video that they showed, like, I guess the scientists were trying to measure how high the trap jaw ants jump. So they had just like a ruler like this, like here, and then they like the ants were just like, they just like stuck a ruler next to the ants, and then the ants were randomly like jumping around like, like flying. And then they were just like, I guess, measuring like the ants jump up. It looks very funny. So I don't know. It does make you wonder, like, oh, how do scientists study animals? Sometimes they just stick a bunch of ants in a box with a ruler, and then you just kind of have to wait for them to jump around. For context, the manga JoJo Part 7 is all about a horse race. So Araki's pretty good at drawing horses. Oh, I don't think is Part 7 with Jolene? Or is that not Jolene? Which one's Part 7? I haven't seen all of it. Steel Ball Run. Oh, okay. It is not. It's after Jolene, I guess. Interesting. Johnny Joestar. Ah. Okay. Shiploot. That's a cute dog. Yes. This dog's name was Ziga. Yes, I think his name was Ziga. But Ziga did not want me to take a picture of her. She was like not looking at me whatsoever. Julina's part 6. Ah, okay. I haven't watched part 6. And I haven't read any of the manga. I witnessed a lot of animals side-eyeing, I feel like, on my trip. Like, I feel like Ziga was like, who is this? Who is this stranger? The ears folded back and everything. I wonder if Ziga has an Instagram. I should send them a little picture. You know what splooting is? Is it like when like a dog or a cat, they like sit with their whole body like on the ground? Like their legs are like splayed out but after or behind their body? I had to teach Alexander Dean what splooting was and he loves it. Yeah, it is like the ideal pose in which to see an animal. And you're just like, oh, you look so relaxed. It's very delightful. You see it a lot with like corgis, I feel like. Let me simplify this. My corgis do it all the time and Alexander thinks it's very cute. Yeah, I feel like corgis do it often. My cat does it sometimes, but only if it's very like hot out or something and he wants to cool down on the floor. I don't think it's cute at all. Gamer Beep's trolling me. What? You don't think splooting is cute? Excuse me? Why? It's like objectively cute. I like the fact, doesn't this look like Bennett Foddy getting over it, but with a dog? I would never troll, excuse me. Funny pot. I would play Bennett Foddy, but with a dog. Not exactly a cauldron, unless it's a very leaky one. I wonder why this dog doesn't have leg holes. Maybe it's not comfortable. A splooting critter looks so relaxed. They need to get up and find something constructive to do. I mean, maybe we just need to learn from them. This is a terrible splooting diagram. Is this Kingdom Hearts music? Yeah! Dearly beloved. Yes, a sploot. Excellent. By the way, I took a selfie with Sue. So Sue is a cool dinosaur fossil. It has its own room all to itself. And the reason it's so special is that it's basically a whole T-Rex skeleton, like a fully grown T-Rex skeleton that was found basically whole. Yeah, just some person. I think the person who found her was named Sue, and so they named the fossil after the discoverer. But can you imagine being the person to find a whole T-Rex skeleton? Like, hot dang. You could probably just die early and be like, I have accomplished everything I need to in my life. Life is constant motion. It's true. Doesn't mean you can sploot for a while and then get up and do some stuff. Yeah, Sue is a very cool dinosaur. They the neat thing about Sue is that Sue was actually found injured. Like, it has some like broken ribs and some like bone structures in the skull that were like damaged by what they think are fungal infections. So it was a very interesting thing from a science point of view because they could sort of examine like how dinosaurs dealt with injury and how it like re-healed in their body. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool dinosaur. Let's see. What other science facts did I learn? I have art museum pictures, but before I go there, I wanna I wanna show off my science facts that I learned. Did you know that falcons are not actually that related to other birds of prey? Did you know that? That was new to me. There's like falcons, there's like different birds of prey, right? Like there's falcons. This is not a falcon. They gotta look angry. This is a bird of prey. This is a falcon. And they gotta have a pointy beak, right? Falcons are what no healthcare does to a T-Rex. Yeah, they had a rough time of it back then, the dinosaurs. So, you know, here's like an eagle, right? Right? Kind of big. And then there's other birds of prey, but falcons apparently are more related to like sparrows, like other perching birds, and to parrots. They're more related to parrots and like regular perching birds, apparently. Than they are to other birds of prey. And I guess, which is so weird. Birds of prey, they're favorite animals? Oh, really? Yeah, but apparently, like, yeah, like falcons and like vultures and stuff. Like this, there's this whole like, you know, I almost said genre. That's the wrong word. There's this whole, you know, family of birds of prey that are kind of in a separate branch. Like the tree goes like this way, and then it goes like this way and like this way. So these two are like on the same branch, and these are on a separate branch. So it's kind of interesting that these two like evolved slightly separately. Birds of prey. Birds of prey. I'm gonna make more sacrilegious art. Birds of prey. This is so stupid. Why am I like this? 9 concurrent viewers? I'm doing numbers. Oh, hey, nice. Nine viewers. I hope you're all enjoying my stupid drawings. I almost made the joke and ended up feeling like it was too mean. I have that problem. I'm always like, I want to joke around, and then I'm like scared. Hey, oh, speaking of dad joke, I was this at the Field Museum? I think it was. I was walking behind a dad and like 2 kids, right? Like, you know, and you know, dad was wearing a hat, I think. The dad, right? And he was like wearing a backpack. And then there's like two little kids, right? Like a girl and a boy. Right? And then he was like, I was just walking behind them in some like a Egypt exhibit, and here's me. And he goes like, hey, you guys can't like wander off because there's a bunch of signs. There's a bunch of signs everywhere that says like the kids cannot be left alone. They have to be accompanied by their parent or guardian. And he said like, hey, if you wander off, then they're gonna put you in museum jail because you're not following the rules. And they didn't say anything. Like the kids didn't say anything, so I don't know if they believed him or not. But I was close enough that I could have walked up, like just like walked past them and been like, oh yeah, I've been to museum jail before. It's really boring. You have to stay there for like 3 hours and they only give you one snack. Like I really like it flashed through my mind like, oh, I should say it. And then I chickened out because I didn't want to be like a weird, I don't know. My brain was like, no, don't do that. That's weird. Don't talk to some random kids. That's so weird. But then I went home and I was like sleeping, you know, later that day when I went home, well, not home, went to the hotel to sleep. I was like, man, I should have talked about museum jail to those kids. So that's my regret. That's my regret. I really wanted to joke about museum jail. He said it so nonchalantly too. Like I wanted to help the guy out and be like, yeah, museum jail is real. I went there when I was a kid. You don't want to go there. Okay, what else we got? I guess, one other thing. I definitely have other pictures of something that I want to draw. I want to draw the, like, they had this whole exhibit of, like pre-mammal reptiles? Pre-mammal reptiles? I had a moment on the bus where I just really wanted to compliment a random guy's suit, but I couldn't. It'd be too weird. Oh no! Yeah, I've gotten a little braver about complimenting people. Most of the time, they take it very well. The worst that's happened is they don't really like respond at all, and then I just feel awkward. But I don't know. But it may I am visibly femme, so that may be part of it. That I come across as maybe less threatening when it comes to the compliments. Beef is a pre-mammal reptile. Oh no, that is quite the comment. I didn't realize you could apply that to human beings. Okay, so there is okay, apparently there was a whole section of the museum that talked about how like life evolved on Earth, which I thought was really interesting. So there's like, there's like single-celled organisms, right? And then they eventually turned into like creatures that like lay eggs called amniotes. I'm going off of memory. I think creatures that emerge from eggs. And all amniotes are either reptiles or what are they called? Synapsids. Synapsids, yes. The reptiles are like, dinosaurs and actual reptiles, right? Dinosaurs. And then synapsids like eventually became like mammals. And like looking at the skeletons of the prehistoric, like the pre-mammal reptiles are so interesting because I don't have a picture as a reference, but like if you look up, this one is called, I wrote down the name of one of them, Euryops, but it's just like, it just looks like he's just got like a big, I don't know, he looks like a weird frog. This is our ancestor. His name's Euryops, and he's got like super big, like wide eyes like this. And he's just like chilling. And he's got like a big wrinkly neck. I don't know if we know that he had a big wrinkly neck. But yeah, this is Euryops. The prehistoric creatures look so weird. Oh, and actually, the synapsids, there were many different versions of synapsids, but there was one called cynodonts, which I feel like could be a good punchline for a joke that I do not know. But the thing with cynodonts is that they are the only synapsids that have like a bone in their nasal plate that like separate, like here's like the nose, here's the eyeballs. So they have a nose, and then they have like the mouth, right? So they're the only synapsids that can breathe and eat at the same time, which seems like a very useful skill. And it's kind of crazy that I guess there was a point at which that wasn't true for a lot of animals. So you had to choose between eating and breathing. That seems hard. Evolution has been a wild ride. Yeah, it's fun to see it kind of fast forward by walking through the exhibits. Alexander Dean is my prey. I mean prey. So cynodonts, cynodoo. I mean cynodont. I don't know what the joke would be. So yeah, cynodonts have a nasal plate. That is what makes us special. So, and then the cynodonts became like mammals. Try breathing while swallowing. I don't know. I think maybe not swallowing technically, but I think like having food in your mouth and then being able to breathe in a separate passageway is what they mean. I'm not sure. I think that's what they mean. Less holes on the body means less vectors for infection. Oh, speaking of which, the other thing that I learned was that early fish used to not have jaws. They were just like, so fish, they just kind of look like this. Like they had bones, you know, like they had like a vertebrae. And then they just had like a hole at the bottom of their body. I don't think they even had eyes, but they, you know, so they had a spine and then they had a hole and then they would just kind of like suck up food like that. So they didn't have any jaw. And those look really weird. Prehistoric fish with no jaw. They look very, very strange. Anyway, I like looking at old, like pre-mammal creatures because they look very funny. And it really is, there were some weird things that nature tried out before we got to where we are today. Okay. You ever think about how clams are just prototype tongues in evolution? Oh my god. Yeah, they were just like testing it separately. Like it literally is just a tongue, yeah. It's just like a tongue in a case, in an AirPods case. This is not anatomically correct, clam. Hold on. What are the clams shaped? Like they're kind of like oval, right? Bleh. Skin pores are useful for cooling down. Very true. And the goosebumps are a vestigial reaction from, this looks like a Pokemon. Yeah, I think there's literally Shelder who's like got eyes or something. Is this what Shelder looks like? Why I make him so like ooh woo looking? Is this what Shelder looks like? I don't remember. Goosebumps are a vestigial reaction to like puffing up your fur back when I guess pre-modern human mammals had fur, make us look bigger and more threatening. Can always look it up. It's okay. I like my ooh woo, my Shelder, ooh woo Shelder. Oh, and also that clam really said blem. Also, you know, like your eyeball, right? Right? You have, here's a human eyeball. I can draw eyeballs because this is like the one thing that you doodle when you're like not listening to the teacher at school, right? So you have your eyeball, right? We have this like eyelid. This, you know, this little pink thing that's like, this little pink thing where the tears come out of when you cry. This is the vestigial remains of a third eyelid that I guess like reptiles still have. Wait, third eyelid. Second eyelid. Wait, is this the, I swear to God, the museum thing said third eyelid. Is this the second eyelid? Is this the first eyelid? I swear to God it said third eyelid, so I remembered that in my brain. Is it third? Okay, I was like, wait a second, what's the second one? It's a third eyelid, but it doesn't do anything anymore. If you count top and bottom, okay. Too many eyelids. Also, I didn't realize this before I got a cat, but cats have a third eyelid too. I don't know if you've ever petted a cat and when they close their eyes, you can kind of see it like sliding across their eyeball. The third one connects between the two. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know what it looks like under here. But yeah, apparently I didn't know this was a third eyelid. I just thought it was like, I don't know, just like a place where you could see the flesh underneath. Just like a little window. Okay. This was my adventure through the Field Museum. What are pictures I got? I took more, and then I went to the art museum where I took more pictures of things. Let's see. Here's this little creature. Look at this guy. So many eyelids. Yeah, what do we need all those eyelids for? How come we don't have a third eyelid anymore? Seems Seems like it'd be useful. This creature. I like this creature. Yes. Let's draw another friend. He's like a corgi dragon. Let's draw a corgi dragon. Same reason we don't have tails, just don't need them. Like, is it because we started living indoors and like the dirt doesn't get into our eyes as much? So we don't need to like wipe off our eyeballs? I don't know. Here's a science fact I learned by complete accident. If you combine water and oil, it will bubble very aggressively when heated, even at low temperatures. Uh-oh. Monkey also only have 2 eyelids? Oh, really? Huh, interesting. I get, yeah. So, like, all primates maybe only have 2 eyelids? Or maybe most of them. Interesting. I did not realize that. I thought this was a fact unique to humans. But I guess it didn't say that. Kind of just assumed. Interesting. How do I draw this dragon? Dragon tail, dragon tail. It's got cute bunny ears. And it's got like anime eyes. What the heck? Looks like a Lisa Frank creature. Do dogs also have a 3rd eyelid? I don't know. Is this its tongue? Like sticking out? What is this? I feel like I'm I'm gasifying this dragon. I know we have some dog owners in here. Do the dog also? Do Doge also have 3rd eyelid? Oh, it's got like a little spout thingy. Let me try to check. Thank you, Beeb. Your dogs are gonna be like, excuse me, what's happening? Oh, I like this dragon creature. It's so cute. Doesn't have a tail. Does it have a tail? It's got a little like stubby tail. It's a nice choice for a dragon, I feel like. Maybe because we sleepo at night or something. Maybe it has something to do with being on land for millions of years. Yeah. And they just like... Yeah, maybe you don't need to like... Since we're not underwater, I guess. But then why do cat have... Why do cat have third eyelid? What do they do with it? Marble, tell me, what do you do with your 3rd eyelid? Cats and dogs both get the eye boogie. They have similar eyes to cats. You must be in a different time zone because this is bad for my... Oh yeah, I'm on the West Coast of the United States. I hope I'm not contributing to bad health habits. please get your rest and your sleep. Depending on your life schedule and your time zone. Can't see a 3rd eyelid on our corgis? Interesting. I'd be insomniac regardless. Oh, okay. Okay. But I do hope you do not become insomniac at some point. Look at this dragon creature. I love that they made him with bunny ears. I think that's really cool. Are these supposed to be wings? I just realized. Maybe these are wings. I'm pretty sure all dogs do have it, but it's harder to see. Ah, okay. I think these are wings. I'm drawing them less cool. I was filled with rage today that I couldn't sleep. Oh no! I'm sorry that you were filled with rage. That's definitely happened to me before. I was like so mad about something. Couldn't sleep. I'm not an eyelid expert, and I could be looking at a rock. It's okay. I'm sure your dogs appreciate that we're not trying to examine them too hard. I did also wake up one time really mad because I had a dream where somebody, I forget, it was car related. Somebody like crashed into me or something, and then they were like trying to blame me for it, and I was like, no, you don't. Not my fault. Larrabee Art, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. We're just doing some doodles based on a museum visit that I went on this past week. Welcome everybody, welcome. Let me do a little shout out. Shout out. Hey, hoo 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 hoo. How do I do this? Welcome everybody. You're streaming art, which I suppose I could have assumed from the username. I hope you had a great stream. Raga sent you. Oh, thank you, Raga. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you drawing? I love meeting other artists. You know when dogs are in that state of being 90% asleep, but they kind of keep their eyes open a tiny little bit. You can kind of see the gray eye. Oh, okay. My cat also sometimes sleeps with his eyes slightly open. I don't know why. It's great. Finished 2 drawings. Oh my god. You were so fast. You're such a fast drawer. I'm just I am not that fast at drawing. I've just been kind of doodling. Look at all these creatures. Look at all these creatures we've been doodling. Dang, that's awesome. Fast drawer. I am not a fast drawer. I kind of doodle. I don't know why I made this dragon so anime. I love your model. Oh, thank you. I drew it and rigged it myself, which is why my eyebrows kind of go crazy because I don't know what I'm doing. But I think I've just kind of come. I don't know how to fix it, so I've come to just accept this as part of my behavior online. Drawn 33. Well, but I mean, I haven't, colored them or anything. I might go back and color them if we have time. It's great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, for those of you who are new, I do a mix of art and gaming streams. I like to do art streams on Sunday, do a lot of random fan art type stuff while chatting, and then I do kind of like cozy-ish farm sim games on Tuesdays, and then I play like RPGs on or longer games on Friday. So yeah, good mix of stuff. Mostly like fun like weird games. A lot of retro games too. I've recently been playing a PS1 game from my childhood called Tomba 2, which has been a really fun time. It's a very weird and cute game, and if you haven't heard of it, I highly recommend playing it. So yeah, welcome everybody. Here's another doggo. I really continuing my streak of taking pictures of doggo statues. Here's a doggo. It was labeled a mastiff, if I remember. Remember Tama Tuesdays? Yeah. What's it called? It's called Tomba 2, The Evil Swine Revenge? Evil Swine something? I can't remember the subtitle. Yeah. And it's apparently getting ready for a Switch re-release, which I'm very delighted to hear about. Hi, Betty. We need a new game that starts with a T. Am I fated to only play games that start with T on Tuesdays? Maybe I should have put Tomba on Tuesdays, and we call it Tomba Tuesdays. Miss Tomba Tuesdays so much. You know they changed the Tamagotchi game. Did I mention this? They changed it to real time, so it's more like Animal Crossing. So it's a little less fast paced, unfortunately. Look at this guy. A tomb figurine from the Eastern Han Dynasty in China. Oh, I took a picture of the little plaque so I could read it. From AD 25 to 220. Do you see that Hello Kitty game you played one stream is coming to Twitch? Yeah, I did see that. I'm very excited for people who haven't played it before. Though I don't think I'll switch over to playing it on the Switch because I don't know if the progress will save over. If it does, I think playing on the Switch would be a lot nicer. How about Tekken Tuesday? Y'all want to watch me be bad at fighting games? Though Tekken has a really interesting story from what I've heard. A little bit ridiculous, which may be fun. I like the fact that they drew wrinkles on this dog. And then it's kind of hard to see in the shadow, but you can see the mouth is like this. And he's got like little whiskers up here. Oh, so cute. He's so round. I know why I remember Tomba 2. It's what was being played in that SGDQ 2014 speedrun where Chibi was told to stay quiet. Okay, so somebody told me about that clip when I was streaming. And so I was like, oh, okay, like I love SGDQ. I'm sure it'll be like a funny, wholesome moment. Like I just assumed it was like a funny moment. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'll look it up after the stream. And then I looked it up and I like couldn't finish watching the video. It was so awkward. It was really awkward. And I'm kind of surprised that this sort of thing hasn't happened more often. I don't know, like, I wonder if that incident maybe like prompted the event to like maybe talk to the runners and the couch to be like, hey, so this is how we expect you to act, you know, the sort of thing. But I don't know. But I couldn't finish watching the clip. It was very, very awkward. I feel like I made this doggy's neck a little bit too heavy. There we go. There we go. Look at him. What a proud little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. And he's got wrinkles on his head, too. Cute. Doggy. Oh, was that you? Hallucinio? Were you the one that told me about it? I like couldn't watch it. Nothing to apologize for. I kind of just assumed that it was like, I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was gonna be like. I just noticed this dog is like a harness on. Got like a little like belt. Oh, it reminded me of it. Somebody else told me. Okay. Yeah, it must be a famous moment. Got like a little like leash slot. He's going on a walk. Look at him. Oh, speaking of which, SGDQ just started. If you haven't started watching it, it started yesterday? Today? Yesterday. I don't remember. But yeah, it started... Oh yeah, maybe today. It started today, I think. And I'm very excited because apparently they're going to play Zoombinis, which is another childhood game that I did want to play on stream at some point. But yeah, they're going to play that. So I want to see what a speedrun of that looks like. Okay, look at this knight armor. I wanted to draw the knight armor because, like, check out this knight's fit. It's very, like, look at the proportions. I wanted to draw Knight-chan. Like, he's got like good like fashion proportions. Like he's got like this crop top, you know, and like a belt, and then like a really like nice skirt. So like, I don't know. I thought I was like, this is like good fashion actually. It's like very, very nicely proportioned. Sword. sword. Yeah, but they're playing Zumbinis, and I really want to watch Zumbinis on SGDQ. And then they're also playing, I think the finale is Super Mario RPG Remake, which is also very promising. I like these heart knee shields. And then they've got stockings with the like leg warmers. Like, this is fashionable. Look at this. Hasn't it been going on since April? Which thing? What's been going on? SGDQ? SGDQ is only 1 week long, I think. Oh, okay. I don't know how to draw this helmet. Okay, anyway. Here's our very fashionable Knight-chan. Yeah. Look at them. I'm confused because their website has a calendar that looks inaccurate. Yeah, I think it might be that they stream, because they stream stuff all year round. So maybe you might need to look at the, I don't know. I know their website can be kind of confusing. You need to make sure you're looking specifically at the SGDQ schedule. But yeah, they do stream all year round, just like other things. They have like Frost Fatales, I think, is their like woman streamer or woman runner thing. And then they have I want to draw this horse. I want to draw like a chibi version of this horse. Oh, it's got like ear shields. Realized. This ear shields. They've got Hotfix, which I haven't watched too much of, but I think it's just like, I don't know. They're like streaming stuff all the time, so that might be what you're looking at. I don't know. Enter the Gungeon. That sounds good. I haven't watched much of Enter the Gungeon or played much of it. My horse drawing skills are emerging once again. Here we go. And a nicely braided tail. Yeah. Oh, what a pretty thing. Have you ever had this feeling that you're super out of touch? Like, genuinely, I'm not a gamer. Oh, like an imposter syndrome, but for gaming. Mario played like 1 or 2 games on the DS. Zelda, 2 games on the DS. Call of Duty, never Ubisoft games. Played that one Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually pretty common. Like, I'm a gamer imposter. I've never played Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I mean, I think if you enjoy video games, then you're a gamer. I think there's so many different kinds of games that I think it's really hard to like define some kind of like criteria for calling yourself a gamer, I guess. I guess if you play games a lot and you enjoy them, then you're a gamer, I think. People are getting excited about Marvel vs. Capcom coming back, and I'm like, what? Yeah. No, I mean, nobody can be interested in everything, you know? I'm the same way when it comes to Splatoon or like even that Metroid Prime 4 announcement, right? I was like, I don't know anything, but everyone's really excited, and I'm happy for them, you know? Like, but it's like the big thing that everybody was excited about. Only Final Fantasy I've played is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, Grimoire of the Rift. Ooh. I haven't played any of the tactics. I think that's fine. I think as long as you enjoy video games, that's fine. Like, even people who play stuff, like, casually... I don't know. Like, I think the difference is, like... You play games for... as just, like... oh, this is a thing I can do. Or do you play games because you're like, I like video games? Like, I think that's really the only thing that you need. Like, there's plenty of people who just play because it's like, oh, it's just, like, around in my house, right? Like, I don't really identify with it at all. Or it's, like, not really made a impact on my life personally. But, like... but for some people, some other people could have the exact same setup, but then they identify with it differently. And then I think that kind of makes you a gamer. In the end, there's a reason people specify by genre because gamer is a very wide group. Yeah. When I browse the SGDQ schedule, I'm searching for weird stuff like Cruelty Squad. It's all popular games that people have a lot of history with. Yeah. I don't know specifically about how SGDQ or GDQ in general like puts together the schedule, but I do imagine there's some effect on popularity of game in general, because the more popular a game, probably the more people are speedrunning it, and when there's more people speedrunning it, it's more likely that you'll get like a cool person that can host the game and show it off. So just by sheer numbers, I think the popular games have a little bit of an advantage. Check out this guy, by the way. So I think there's part of it. Occasionally, though, there's some games that show up that it's like, wow, I've never heard of this before, you know? Or there's like this one person who's like very good at running it, and then they get in. But yeah, it doesn't happen as often as maybe everybody would like. Sonic Project 06 is on the list. That's a fan remake. Is it even allowed? Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. It must be, because I think there was another game I saw, which I don't know what it is, called Undertale Yellow, which I assume is a fan game. So, yeah, I guess fan games are a thing too. It might depend on the original. Like, they probably can't. Well, I don't know. I guess they do it with Nintendo things, because like with all the Super Mario Kaizos and stuff. So yeah, maybe, I mean, I guess there is precedent. For some reason, I kind of shuffle away the Mario Kaizos in a different category in my head, but I guess those are technically fan games, aren't they? They're allowed until the company says no. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a fine approach. If you gotten to the point where you found Twitch and not ignored it, you're a gamer, full stop. Yeah, Twitch is a pretty good indicator, isn't it? Okay. I really liked this knight's outfit as well. It's very, very fancy. Kind of this. Do they have like this interesting like bib? I guess it's like connected to the helmet. Fashion pose. Oh, this person has armor all along their arm. Yeah, but I like their really skirt, like velvet green and white skirt with the nice patterns. It looks really cute. Sorry for circling back into this topic, but feeling left out, I recently tried to get into Resident Evil, starting with the first game. Oh, are you a horror game fan in general? I'm not familiar with Cruelty Squad. That does sound like it could be a horror game. How did you like Resident Evil? I have not played Resident Evil. I feel like it's something that I would be too scared to play. But maybe you enjoyed it more than I would. I guess it's a similar feeling to JoJo's fear of never being able to play all the good games in her life. Yeah. It's like, I mean, Yeah, because you kind of think like there's a little bit of a FOMO, I'm sure, when it comes to games that are popular. You're like, I feel like I have to try it just because everyone else likes it, but then you try it and then you're like, I don't know, it doesn't really click with me. I feel like I need to make like the Sailor Scouts, but like in this like night style. I think is what I'm doing. This is like Sailor Jupiter and this is like Sailor Moon. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if it's good hard or bad hard. Yeah, the older Resident Evil seems very difficult. It's one of those games that had like the pre-rendered backgrounds, right? Because I always have a hard time with those. Like even with the Final Fantasies, which I feel like are pretty well played. But like sometimes I have trouble finding like where the exits are and like where I'm supposed to go. And it turns out this like hallway was like the place where you're supposed to exit, but it wasn't obvious from the pre-rendered background. My understanding is that the RE games have gotten better over the years. And weirdly, no, I'm not a horror fan. I've just seen Resident Evil all over Capcom stuff. Had that thing where you experience a franchise through the fandom and not the media itself. Oh, yeah, I think that's actually pretty common. I wouldn't worry about it too much, you know? If it's like not something you're enjoying, I think it's okay to like let it go. Or you can kind of like watch it from afar. I'm a little bit like that with was it Persona? Like I've never played Persona 4, but I enjoy it as a game still. I watched a playthrough of it. The famous Giant Bomb playthrough of it. Like I've watched it probably tens of times all the way through. Cause I don't know. It was like good background noise when I was in grad school. A lot of people have a lot of bad to say about RE2 and RE3 remake. Oh, interesting. I gotta draw this horse. But no, but like I can see the skeleton of a good game. It's so opaque. Don't understand how the combat system works. Yeah. I felt that way about what was for Final Fantasy VIII for a really long time. Like I just couldn't do it because the combat system was so weird and different. And in the end, I managed to play it, but like but I kind of just like disregarded the combat system to like make my way through it. It's like I sort of just like ignored the part that I wasn't that didn't really click with me, and that's how I kind of got through the game, which is I don't know if that's like okay or not, but that's what I did. The original is hard to play, but it's designed like a campy 80s horror movie. Ah, I see. Asking myself, am I supposed to look up a guide? Is that the intended way to play, or is that cheating? I have no qualms about looking up guides anymore because I'm lazy, but that is not necessarily the better thing to do. Yeah, I definitely look up guides now. Oops. I think you gotta like think about like back in the day when like internet and like I don't know, the world was a different place when some of these games came out. In a lot of ways, people had more time, especially kids had more time. And so like I don't know. It's I think people expected different, or like game developers, I think expected different kinds of commitments back in the day. I've seen very good breakdowns of the issues with them. They miss tons of subtleties in pacing, character assassination. I can't say that for sure without playing the originals, right? Like you feel like you don't have the right to judge, right? Without having played the original. Yeah, I mean, I think it comes out of a respect, I think, for the material. which is a good thing. Like I think people should have more of that when it comes to games. There's a lot of creative work and a lot of interesting decisions that come out of it. I really like this decorated horse. Possibly both nostalgia blinded and sound illogical. That's true too. But yeah, it's definitely hard to tell without playing. Like it's like, okay, like I sort of believe, you know. Especially since most people have told me that RE2 and RE3 remakes are really good. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people tell me about like games that I'm like, really? You like that game? I didn't like it at all. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't know. People get people latch onto different parts of like fiction. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think for me too, like I feel like I have a lot of games that I like a lot. I don't know, what's an example? Like Tama 2 might be an example. That one's something that I'm like actually not super sure about. Is like, do I like it because I liked it from my childhood, or do I like it because I actually really, it's like actually a good game? And like I think it's because, and like it's true that I have nostalgia for it, but it's also true that because I spent so much time with it that I notice a lot of things about it. Oh no, Legend of Legaia is an example of that, where it's like, I think if I showed this game for the first time, if I just told somebody to play it and like didn't guide them through the story and like pointed out like, oh, here's like all the things that I appreciate about it, like I do on stream, somebody would be like, the story's really basic and like it's kind of, you know, not paced very well. Like I think that's a totally legitimate complaint probably, but I can't see it. I'm like too deep into it. Is this good or is this roasting the goat? Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, it's like both, I guess. I don't know. Cause you go look up the I don't know, like the score, the like game review scores for Legend of Legaia back in the day, and they're like not very good. Like it was not a high rated game, but it's like one of my favorite games ever because it has a lot of like creative details that I really appreciate. I'm saying I'm not immune to nostalgia, but I'm also self-aware. Not immune? Wait, sorry, I'm having trouble with the not immune. I am not, and I'm not immune. Okay, sorry. My brain is tired. That took me way too long to understand that sentence. I'm sure there's some games that I'm nostalgia blinded or games that were good, but I was in a bad mood. Oh no, you're in a bad mood when you played the game and it like colored your perception of it forever. Let's move on to our next subject. What do we got? Oh yeah, these, okay, I don't want to draw these, but I just wanted to show them off. Apparently gun blades were a real thing. This is in the Art Institute. I'm a good drawer? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Look at these gun blades. They're very hard. I don't know how they work, but oh man, I need to like zoom in on this. I did not take very good pictures because my camera is absolutely terrible. My phone camera is terrible. So there's these swords that I guess like rich people, they just had, like these were not like functional swords. Like you wouldn't go and fight with them. But apparently they had these like, these blobby things. Oh my God, it's so blurry. These blobby things that are kind of like under the hilt, like at the very top of the blade. Like you can see kind of some machinery. They're like flintlock pistol machinery. And I don't know how it works, but it like you know, like it like, you can like click it like a gun. And this one has two of them. The one on the left has two of them. You can click it like a gun. And I don't know what it does. Like there doesn't seem to be a place where the bullets come out or anything. So I don't think it like does anything. It just like is a mechanical novelty, I guess. But yeah, it's like a thing that rich people would keep in their like gun collection. So I thought that was kind of cool. So anyway, gun blades are real. Surprises me when someone says they like basic sports games like Madden, but I guess it must be selling if they're still making them. So maybe it's just a part of the internet I hang out. Yeah, I think that's true. Like I think, you know, they probably have a relationship with the sport that is not apparent to at least, well, someone like me that doesn't really have any feelings about sports, but for them it like, I don't know, has a lot of meaning. These are some weird guns that I kind of want to draw. These are ivory guns that have a man's head on them for no reason. So let's do that. Let's draw this weird. You write a webcomic? I wouldn't say write. I wouldn't say write. I would say doodle the webcomic. I'm not a very good writer. It's something I want to be better at, but I do have a webcomic website that I have not updated in a while. Oh, thank you, Betsy. Sports fans are more invested in the lore. Yeah, like there's a lot of drama in sports that I think most people would appreciate, but I feel like it's also only really accessible when you know a little bit about the rules and the people. You can kind of get those stories. I see this a little bit with probably the only like sport I really am any kind of familiar with is an esport. It's StarCraft because my husband's really into it. And I really like listening to the commentators when it comes to these things, because they'll kind of talk about like, oh yeah, like so and so they're facing for the first time since, you know, like the first guy defeated the second guy at this other tournament, and now that's like a chance for them to get revenge, and like will they have changed, and how will their game change now that they're meeting again for the first time in like however many years or something like that. And like you don't get that information, I guess, unless you've been following for a while. This is really stupid. Why am I trying this? Esports sports game. Make it happen, EA. Yeah, I wonder why that's not a thing. Esports sports game. Look at my cool gun that I made of myself. Why would you do this? I remember the plaque next to this gun said that this gun is not functional. Because it's made out of ivory, and I think if you actually tried to shoot it, it would like shatter or something. Like it's not strong enough, actually. So how would you play it? That's true. Can you tell I've never played a sports video game? I don't know how that works. I guess it's not multiplayer, huh? Are they? They're not multiplayer, right? They seem like they could be. You can play Mega Man Soccer tournament. I would watch that. I would watch people compete against each other for money for Mega Man Soccer. Okay, we're gonna stop looking at this scary gun. Madden has been the best-selling video game every August for the last 24 years. Whoa. Oh, okay. This is a Monet picture. I don't want to draw it because I don't want to draw it, but I want to kind of study the colors. I don't know how to make this big enough so it's like visible. I want to try to study the colors a little bit. Does best-selling mean good? Absolutely not. But it does mean, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it does mean it relates to people somehow, which is also a different metric. So that, and that like means something. I don't know. How do I... Harry Potter is, conflicted. A conflicted thing. A conflicted IP, I would say. I need to find a blank spot on my thing. Our base impulses. But that is what sports is, isn't it? It's sort of like a euphemism for like war times, right? I don't know. Isn't that what sports are? I feel like if there's real sports fans watching the stream, they're probably like, no! I don't understand sports. Somebody who understands sports, tell me Tell me what you think. I imagine there's a lot of gamers that would scoff at farming sims, and those are fun. Yeah, I remember that being a thing. Was it last year? There was a. Was it the what's the thing that's the E3 replacement now? The like games fest? I forget what it's called. There was a series of trailers, and it was like swapping between like it was like half farming games and like half like action, like Assassin's Creed and like all this stuff. Game Fest, yeah. And I remember, I think it was Video Game Donkey who made like kind of a trailer sort of being like when all the farming games came on, he was like, ugh. And then when all the like cool action games with the good graphics came on, he was like, yeah. And then I remember seeing that and thinking like, wow, I feel totally the opposite. I'm like, oh, boring. Another movie game. Another like realistic movie game with good graphics but nothing else to it, and then like seeing the farming game and be like, yeah. Which is like totally not a fair comparison either, but like I don't know, I remember that happening. Even my parents didn't understand why I like stuff like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. Devay Reden's new game. Ooh. What? I gotta look that up. Devay Reden. Ah, wait, what? They made a new game? What did they make? The Beginner's Guide? Stanley Parable? Beginner's Guide? Oh, Wanderstop? Oh, I hadn't heard of this. Okay, I like Stanley Parable. Should keep an eye out for that. I dislike almost all games. It's weird, and that's not weird. I think that's valid. I dislike almost all movies. I don't know. It's just like not a medium I click with very often. I've been on a 1.5 Stardew grind lately. Nothing beats it. Yeah. Always the original stuff is can't really beat that, huh? I'm going to try to do a little color study of Monet while we chat. Already I have found a problem. This blue is not light enough. Yeah, I can just fill it in. Yes. Unless it's something that makes me go, wow, I've never seen something like that before, I roll my eyes. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I think going back to what we were saying, like, way earlier in the stream, like, I think part of it is a numbers thing. Like, it's impossible for humankind as a whole to create bangers every time, you know? So, like, there's a little bit of just, you kind of, so, but, like, if humankind doesn't try, that is, like, a guaranteed way to not make bangers. So you kind of just have to, like, I don't know. You kind of just have to try, and then, like, some of them will end up being bangers. But definitely not all of them. But trying is the only way to get something good. I really like this picture by Monet. It's a lot of Monet's stuff is very pastel, but this one's quite, like, bright and like high contrast. Just kind of blobbing in, like, this is a bit too dark. I don't know. I think everyone settles into habits of genre over time, regardless of how much you fight it. Some can stay more varied than others, but you start to find patterns that you tend to gravitate towards away from. Yeah, definitely seeing that with the farming sim games for sure. Like I mentioned this before, but like, yeah, like I nowadays, because there's so many of them coming out, like I'm very like, I just kind of like wait. I wait for reviews to come out because there's too many to try them all, you know? So you gotta just like, I don't know. I just wait for reviews and then that'll kind of tell me whether I want to spend time on it. There's too many otherwise. Wrote my discourse analysis final assignment on it. Did a terrible job, but I love that game. Could write about it for ages. Yeah, I need to spend a little bit more time with it. I only played it. I played it on stream, and I feel like I didn't really. I don't know. Like, I feel like I missed a lot. You have a VOD? Yeah, I think on my YouTube, it's probably not on my Twitch anymore because it was a while back. My YouTube is linked to on my Twitch profile, I think. So if you see that, you should be able to find it on my YouTube account. I'm pretty good about uploading all my VODs there. So yeah, but you could check it out. I'd be curious to know what you think about my playthrough of it, because I can't remember if there was anybody watching when I was playing it live who was like familiar with the game. I played STP too? STP. What is STP? Super the Pog. Slay the Princess. Yes. I did play it. I didn't 100% it on stream. I played one run through on stream. But I did end up 100%ing it later. Or rather getting all the achievements. I guess that's not necessarily seeing everything. But I'm still not sure if it's a good game. I enjoyed it immensely, but not sure if it's good. Yeah, I did when I was moving through to get all of the achievements, it did become repetitive. But I think my first playthrough I really enjoyed. I think the twist of it was, I don't want to reveal too much in case somebody listening hasn't played it, but the twist of it was I think kind of cool with the whole like, I don't know. I guess it's hard to talk about it if my goal is to not spoil, but I don't know. I thought it was an inventive idea, I guess, is what I appreciated about it. I think it's a pretty, and like I think the amount of I guess effort put into it is something I really appreciated as well. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like kind of trying to copy this as a thumbnail, which is sort of working. I need to put more glue down. This maybe? Seeing the silhouette here. Yeah, but I appreciated the idea and like the craft of it, I guess, which is again like a separate evaluation metric maybe than you know, whether it's quote unquote good or not. Okay, here's the pastel. Here's the pastel, kind of grayish background here. There we go. Yeah, okay. I think we got a good grasp on the blobs. The color blobs. Something like this. And then the blue kind of like peeks through on the shadows of the branches. And the buildings. Something like this. I found I gravitate more towards slower paced stuff as I grow older. I wish for more turn-based stuff. Ah. You get Sea of Stars to some point. I think I really gravitate towards stuff I can do at my own pace. Farming sims are often prime candidates. That's a good hypothesis. I hadn't thought about it that way. Yeah, but I think they draw upon the nostalgia and then the people who gravitate towards farming sims. Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe appreciate that agency. SDP is well written on a prose level. Not sure if the whole package works well. Gravitate very far away from multiplayer. Oh yeah, same. I think the social coordination of multiplayer games are like, I don't know, like I can't do it anymore. Well, it's not like I did it that much in the first place. But yeah, even though one of my favorite games is Final Fantasy 14. And but I do kind of play it like a single player game in a lot of ways. Which is supported by the devs. Fortunately, I think they appreciate that type of player. Seems like tend to like meta games. SDP is not meta. All of it happens within the bounds of the narrative. A little bit there. I think there's like one point where the game closes, or one like path, I think, that the game can close based on your conversation with the in-game character. But yeah, for mostly, yes, it is within the narrative. Multiplayer as in competitive games, yeah, they're quite stressful. Yeah, I find them stressful, but some people find them very fulfilling. I was talking to my niece and nephew the other day, actually, and they're like, oh my gosh, you should play Splatoon. I was like, I'm scared. They love Splatoon. And I'm like, I'm too scared to play Splatoon. I don't think I can do this. I wonder if this dark is too dark, you know? Like, looking at this. How does this thumbnail look? Am I getting the contrast right? Splatoon is so fun. Okay, yeah, Betty, you like Splatoon too. How do you feel about multiplayer games? I feel very, like, scared. I feel scared to play them. Meta commentary and the structure of video games. A bit of red here, huh? Red, kind of a saturated red right here. Here as well. If you don't want to fight, just paint roller around. Oh, that's what my niece said she does. She was like, I love roller because you just run around. I was like, oh, that seems like a good strategy. Like, maybe I should follow that. I don't like to calm in case a man wants to hate crime me. Oh my god. I don't know what that means. That sounds scary. Yeah, a lot of my friends are really into. I mean, speaking of like, am I a real gamer? Yeah, a lot of people are very excited about Splatoon. Like when the new Splatoon got released or announced like a long time ago, everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I don't know, but I'm happy for you, my Splatoon friends. Happy for you." I feel like this tree back here is really interesting. Because, like, it's, like, barely there. But it has all these dark colors. But because the dark colors are so sparsely, like, distributed, it's like you get the suggestion of a tree and it doesn't, like, take away too much of the attention. I'm learning from Monet color study. This is very... gamers. I'm gonna shut up for like 5. Oh, it's okay. We're having a lively discussion. It's all good. As long as we're all having fun, it's all good. I play single player games to relax when I'm too tilted from multiplayer. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't like feeling tilted. I don't like feeling tilted from playing games. I get that way sometimes when I play Final Fantasy 14, like, because I don't, there's not a lot of like competitive stuff, but there is a lot of teamwork stuff that is unavoidable. And then sometimes people are like, I don't know, sometimes people are like not nice, or like I don't really mind when people don't play well, but sometimes people are like really mean about it to others, and it makes me really sad. And I don't know. Or or I get yelled at and I'm the one being bullied because I'm like not playing well or whatever. This is a terrible recreation of this picture. What have I learned? It's satisfying when I do well. Yeah, I guess you kind of chase the high of that, huh? Of the winning. Am I winning, son? I like these buildings. Warmer colors. Yeah, I think overall, yeah, the real painting is a bit warmer. And actually, I just realized I chose like the watercolor is like a bit too green. I think it's the right volume, or the right value, like it's the right darkness. I think I picked too green of a color. Yeah, I think it needs to be a bit more on the purpley side. And that really contrasts more with the yellow greens. Does that do the gallery lights? I don't know. Whoops! Oh. But yeah, the foreground leaves are very yellow and the background's kind of more darkish. And I kind of wonder if this green also needs, or this dark color here needs to be a bit more blue. Like the shadows are more blue. It's a bit hard to tell. It doesn't matter that much. It's possible, a lot of the possible story beats are about why would you listen to the narrator when he's not giving you information that you should have before you do this? Which is like 95% straight-faced, what most games do, like it's nothing. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I actually played Slay the Princess before I played the Stanley Parable, and I was kind of struck by how similar they were in that regard. I did not know anything about the Stanley Parable though. So yeah, definitely kind of a similar like unreliable narrator thing. Also, I want to know what my character looks like in Slay the Princess. We are obviously some sort of feathery reptilian person, but we will never know because I don't think we ever see ourselves. I feel like the buildings are. I don't know. I feel like I kind of roughly have the color regions down. It definitely doesn't look. I don't know. Might be onto something. Hotline Miami. I haven't played Hotline Miami either. I know the music for some reason. I don't know where I've heard the music. But they have like cool like EDM music. Okay. I think I've got the. Okay, well, I hope Monet doesn't come to haunt me in his sleep. He's probably like, why did you do this? Oh, I want to do one more color study real quick. Really quick. Picked out another painting of his. 2 paintings, actually. Might be a good learning thing. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I didn't get all of the picture. Let me try it. This. There's like 2. My camera didn't take a very good picture of this, did it? But same subject, different lighting. Same subject, different lighting. So like also kind of starts with a 2 squares. I'm gonna try to keep the colors, the shape simple this time. If I can just kind of interpret Okay, again, more purpley. Yeah, more purpley shape here. Oh my god, you guys are getting to a really philosophical thing. And then this side is more kind of a greenish gray, I think, here. Yeah, like a more greenish gray here. And this side has a more saturated orangey color, I think, like a red. More red. More red. This? More red. Kind of the reflection of this orange on the ground shadow. This is lighter. Yeah. This is lighter as well. That. Yeah, something like this. See some of the shade here. And this is kind of a more brown red. Okay. This is also lighter, but in a more purpley way. No, that is too dark. Look at this. Hey, don't worry about it. Seen quite a few starts of those playthroughs where it starts with something pulling you to do something, or someone comes in and that's how it starts. Defer to the more experienced. I think this color is similar. In person, these paintings looked a little bit more distinct. A little bit of a glow up here. But I guess it's like... But when I see the picture of these, it's actually not too... They don't look all that different. There's also kind of a blue or saturated blue here. Gives it a bit more of a glow. That is too dark. Look at this. I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm just like, I like walked into a book club and I'm just like sitting in the corner drawing while you guys discuss Slay the Princess. I'm sure the creators would feel very pleased about your discussions, though. Probably the kind of thing that they wanted. Okay. Cool. Something like this. I think this became a little bit... I was gonna write about it, but I'm too done. Oh no! Well, it's a very big game in a lot of ways, so I do not blame you. So it sounds like Power might have the fodder to write some kind of article on it. I think, or maybe like narratives of this particular narrative technique. Stanley Parable is much easier because it's super direct. Its commentary is like a sledgehammer to the face. Yeah, it was very straightforward in a lot of ways. So I did want to go back to it. I remember saying at the end of the stream, I was like, oh, I should play it again because I think there was like more to it. I can't remember. There was some aspect to it that I never touched. There's so many paths that you could go in 20 directions. That's true. You could do it in parts. You could have like a blog series or a podcast. Ends after a few lines. I don't know. You have a lot of interesting thoughts about it. I don't know. Might be worth like writing it down. I'm sure other people would find it interesting. Okay. I think thought this was gonna be a short stream, but it's been 2.5 hours. So I think we're just gonna end it here. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this was like fun. I don't know. This was sort of just like a silly chatting stream where I kind of just wanted to like process my museum visit, I guess. And I don't know, have you witnessed me processing my museum visit? I hope you found it fun. I feel like I was able to take a real good look at the things that I saw, and it was fun to kind of like examine them. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Alexander Dean. Thank you, Power. Thank you, Hallucigeno. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Let's see if there's anybody to raid quick. Whoops, wrong URL. I want to go to my dashboard. I wonder if I can raid into GDQ. Will they let me? I don't know if that's like something do I want to do that? GDQ is so cool. I remember I tried a while ago and it like they didn't have raids open. Here. Have a bunch of people are playing you can try. If it doesn't, then you can always redirect. That's true. Let me give it a try. Otherwise we can raid to, it looks like somebody I know is playing Mario Party. Can we raid? Oh my god, it's working, I think. Okay, let's go see Games Done Quick. Gaming for charity! Yeah! I know I'm gonna spend a lot of my week playing Games and Trick. Oh, I should say I'm gonna be streaming again on Tuesday. We'll be starting Rune Factory 3 special. So if you're interested in that, come hang out with us on Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, right now they're playing GDQ. They are playing Pokemon Violet or Scarlet. I do not know which one. I cannot see. Oh, they're playing Violet. Looks like they're doing DLC, which means I probably can't watch, so because I haven't played it yet. But yeah, let's go right over Games Done Quick. Join in for some Games with Charity. Tell all your friends about it. It's a great event. I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, but I love GDQ so much. All right, goodbye, everybody. I'll see you on Tuesday for Rune Factory 3. You better sleep. Oh yes, please get your rest. Please get your rest. Please go to sleep if the time zone calls for it. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.